West Ham won, Man United 0. You have to laugh. You have to laugh because it's laughter or crying or just angry. Like, so, Mina, talk to me. Why did Man United lose that game today?
Clowns. Just bare clowns on the pitch. I know everyone's going to focus on the De Gea mistake, and rightfully so, because that's what put them 1-0 up. But you look at the chances we created, first 15, 20 minutes, created a few chances, nothing on target. And this has been our problem a lot throughout the season, but it's just been concealed in the facts that we were able to score in game. If you guys think back to the Everton game, beginning of April, we could have smashed them 10-0 because we were creating chances. We were just not clinical. But we were dominating the games. And, you think back earlier, Europa League group stages, creating 30 chances in a game, nothing. 1-0
Where's them chances gone?
Now we're creating chances, but nothing to show for it, and you're feeling the consequences more when you're down 1-0. And today's game is a perfect example of it. The decision making across the forward line is just questionable. Sometimes I feel like people are playing as individuals rather than playing as a team. They're just.
Who are these people?
I'm not going to name names because I don't want to single out. English ain't my first language, innit? So I don't want to single out people.
I wish I could say that. I'm just terrible at English.
I don't want to single people out because I could turn around and be like, it's all De Gea's fault. But I ain't going to single him out for the error. Yes, it's his fault that we conceded, but for Ben Rahma to even get that shot off, Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka all around him. Let him get that shot off. Okay, they're probably thinking it's a scuff shot. Right foot, Lindelof is blocking his view of the goal. He might not actually get a shot on target. He manages to get that on target. Okay, cool. Anthony, second half, bodied 2 defenders, ran with the ball. Wan-Bissaka had to take a yellow card for that because he would have been through on goal. I don't want to single out people because it's a team game, it's a team effort, and it was. I was about to swear. It was poor performances just across all of the 11.
Again, so you're saying it's a poor performance, but let's talk to me about the midfield today and where in the game did Man United lose it for you?
I genuinely feel like we lost it up front, like that forward line, Weghorst, Rashford, Anthony, Bruno, etc. Obviously, Eriksen contributes to it occasionally because he gets forward. Anyone who gets forward basically is involved in that playmaking opportunities. And when you think about the midfield, for example, West Ham were happy for us to have the ball, but we created nothing with it. They were happy for us to be passing around, and even our passing is poor. Forget having the ball. Our passing. Our possession, we're not as great, and especially away from home, it seems like the mentality just absolutely dips. Completely, it dips. There's, we're missing Martinez, we're missing Varane. I can say that, we're missing, the abilities that they provide. We're missing Luke Shaw as a left back. He has to play centre back right now, and we're missing him at left back. And because as a result of that, Malacia is not as good as him, progressing the ball, getting forward. We know how great Luke Shaw is at that. So that's another thing that we're missing. Obviously, Rashford starting out on the left, but then it's weird because Rashford started, but it seemed like he was playing up top and Weghorst was in. Ten Hag, did he overthink the game? Did he overthink it with his tactics? I feel like the team that we finished with should have been the team that we started with.
Yeah.
I feel like Sancho...
So you reckon Ten Hag has to come under some blame today for just how he's and the team and second half as well. Talk to me about that because it's like the guys go into half time and then they get worse. I don't know what's happening in team talk.
I don't know what's happening because, we concede more goals in the second half than we do in the first half. That's a fact. Today we didn't concede anything, but we were very lucky.
Today it didn't say that. It did not paint the picture of what this game was.
Yeah, we were lucky. Like if anybody sees that scoreline, they might think, oh, West Ham just nicked it. That was not the case. And second half, and for me, the issue is second half away from home. If we're at home, I feel a bit more optimistic that we could get something. But when we're away from home, if we are down in second half or we're chasing the game or we're chasing a winner, sometimes I don't have much hope because mentality is just not there. And, and this is down to the players because some of these players are players that have gotten multiple managers sacked. They got multiple managers sacked. Time and time again, people have said that some of these players are not good enough to play for Manchester United. And I think Ten Hag is obviously realising that. He's realising that. A lot of them are individual players. Like when they don't, for example, I don't want to single out Marcus Rashford because he's having a good season up until I say about March since that injury against Barcelona. He ain't been.
Yeah, it's not been the same.
It's not been the same. But when you take away the goals, he doesn't really do much more. What more does he do? I want everyone to ask themselves that. What else does Rashford do if he's not scoring in a game? And you feel it because you feel that
he's not even passing.
He's not
well.
passing
He's
because
not
he's
taking
trying
on
to
his man
score.
well. He's
Today.
not. He's not like usually you can say. I've been times when he said as a centre forward, and what you're seeing Rashford as a centre forward, and it's all messed up. You're looking at the team, and there's so many issues because you're saying it's like we're forcing. You know when it's square pegs in round holes.
Yeah.
It feels like we've gone back to that again. Really.
No, for sure. And it's not just him, by the way. It's you saw on a counter attack. It was a 5v2. Bruno and Rashford, and instead of Bruno, when Rashford plays it to Bruno, West Ham got 5 players back. Instead of Bruno to just be patient and let the team catch up with you, so you got more options. He takes a shot. He took a shot. Then what? 10, 15 minutes later, Rashford does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did both of these two, have they got CT problems? Have they got like some brain damage? Have they got their brain cells in their feet instead of in their head? Because their decision making was just poor. But that's applicable across the starting 11. Malacia was making poor passes. Casemiro. I think Wan-Bissaka is probably the only one that can feel like he done justice.
He's the only one that deserves to get on the coach.
All the rest of them better walk back home. Walk back on the M1. Walk back on the M6. You can walk back to Manchester because, now we've got Liverpool breathing down our necks. And yes, we've got a game in hand, but one of them is away. And even though, away from home.
I can't remember who the away one is.
Bournemouth is away from
Gotta
home.
go there and win.
And they themselves are just fighting
for their
make
lives.
sure they're in the Premier League. They just want to make sure they're in the Premier League. Liverpool got an easy run of games. Newcastle got Leeds, they got Brighton, they got Chelsea. They've got some games that they could drop points.
Yeah.
So I just want to focus on us. I just want to focus on United. But one thing I will say is that the performance today it weren't good enough. We let West Ham basically run us ragged.
Again, a lot of people, I know you're saying you're not going to get involved in the David De Gea debate and the agenda and this, that and the other, but does he get any contract for you?
After today's performance, I don't think so. But also, it also depends on the transfer budget, innit? If we can buy a keeper. Because realistically, today we've seen that, yes, we have an issue with the goalkeeper, but time and time again, we've seen that the issue is that we cannot score. The issue is that we cannot score. Like, our problem is scoring goals. So we need a striker. If we can get a striker, then I'll be happy to be like, okay, keeper, third option.
You keep him?
Yeah, I wouldn't keep him, but I'm saying it depends. Because right now, this game, so many games, where I gave a whole rant about not being clinical enough in front of goal. We need a striker. So if you're saying to me I have to pick between a striker and a keeper, I'm picking a striker. Honestly. Because David De Gea, a goalkeeper ain't going to score us the goals that we need.
Well, listen, we got a lot to do. Can we still get top 4?
Yeah, I think we can still get top 4, man. Come on.
He said that with the lowest amount of faith.
I'm optimistic because I believe in Ten Hag. Like, I believe he'll get something from these boys.
See you later, man.